Okay, so now that we have our batter in one bowl and we have our topping done in another bowl, we're going to put everything together into our muffin tins. So everyone's going to get one muffin tin and we're going to spray it lightly. We are not going to overspray it, but if I just take it and I lightly spray inside the cups as I'm quickly moving my hand over, that took me maybe 5 seconds. That's all the spray that you need. All right, at this point I said you were going to add in any flavoring into your muffin. So in this case, we're going to do chocolate chips, and I'm going to add my chocolate chips right into the batter. Now, if I was doing banana, I would add my bananas in at this point. So whatever flavoring, or if you had blueberries, you could add your blueberries in at this point. Now, it says to fold them in. So at this point, we're going to actually switch to our rubber spatula, and we're going to do a technique called folding in. So you take your rubber scraper and you scrape along the sides of the bowl to make sure you get everything in there, and you're going to kind of fold it over the top. So you're going to turn and you're going to fold. It's not a rapid mixing technique, it's actually just a slow fold. So I go underneath the batter, I fold over the top. And you're going to keep doing that until you see that your chocolate chips are fully mixed in. Now you don't want to stir because then you would over mix them. You just want to pick it up and fold it over, and it's called folding. So your rubber scraper is what you use to fold. You get all that stuff on the sides of the bowl and you incorporate it in there and you fold over. So that is going to be what you do next. It's time to now add it to the muffin tins. So I'm going to take, you can use your rubber scraper to get it into the muffin tins. This is one way of getting it in. So if you don't want to use the measuring cup, get some on there and you put it in inside the muffin tin, and then you scrape down the side. And that is one way to get the batter into the muffin tins. You don't want to fill it all the way, but you want to kind of get about 3/4 full. So that would be enough batter for that one. All right, don't have it heaping over the top because then it'll explode inside the oven. But if you want to go the route and you want to use the measuring cup, I'm going to grab this is a 1/3, you can use a 1/3 or a 1/4, and you're actually going to scoop it right into the measuring cup, and then you're going to plop it right down into the muffin tins. There we go, so that's about even. All of these should be even. This makes about 9 to 12. So some of you might fill up just 9, some of you might fill up all 12. Either way, you need to make sure that the batter is an even amount so that they don't burn. So what I don't want to see is somebody giving me muffins that look like this. So these two are perfectly done, and this is a tiny little guy. This is going to burn, and these are going to be undercooked. So you want to make sure that you're even throughout. So, and when you get down to the bottom, you might want to switch back to that rubber scraper so you can kind of just add it in and just kind of go off the side. It shouldn't really stick too much. You want to try to prevent from getting it on the outsides. If you get a little bit on the outsides, it's okay, but you want to prevent that the most. So say this one actually could use a little bit more. There we go. All right, so say these were all filled up. Now it's time for the topping. So you're going to take your hand and you're going to take a little bit of the topping. You want to use all of this topping. Don't squish it because it is butter. It will squish in your hands. So just lightly take it, kind of like claw your hand, and you're going to just put it right on top of every single one of these muffins. And you want to make sure that you use all of it. So give it a nice top, all right? And you're going to go through and do that to all of your muffins, and then once that is complete, they are ready for the oven. Notice how I put all my dirty dishes into the dish pan over here. Then we'll put some soap on top. You'll fill it with some warm water, and then this is how you will do your dishes in the sink, depending on what sink you're using and what classroom. So all my dirty dishes were in here. They weren't all scattered all over my table. And that is it. Once you guys are done, they'll cook in the oven, and tomorrow you'll come in and you'll eat them.